grab it for you, or you have to figure out how to get around to get the thing that you need.
He's not gonna be there.
Yep, so it might just be the two of you, or you might have like a couple air crew in the helicopter that you'll task or something. And then if you're looking for like vitals or to check if your intervention is working, and I'm running the scenario for you, I want to see you do the thing to check it, right? So if you want to know what their pulse rate is, check their pulse rate, and then I'll give you their pulse rate, right? Or if you want to check their respiratory status, don't just ask what the respirations are. You need to look here, watch the chest rise, right? Open the airway, look in the airway, and then I'll give you the feedback, right? Of like, okay, you got asymmetric chest rise, or now it's symmetric after you've done the intervention. So as you guys are prepping to do training like this in scenarios, I would encourage you to do that and try to minimize the notionalization or just the kind of ask and tell portion, and demonstrate every step of the thing to try to make it as high fidelity, as realistic as possible. And then, yeah, when we were doing the kind of turnover at the end, I was trying to kind of like rush you through it, right? It's like, hey, this patient's sick. I need to do stuff like, what do you got for me? Right? Same thing with
1 minute,
same thing with when we arrived with the patient, right? I was the corpsman. I'm like, hey, not doing good. This, I did this. These are the medications. I gotta go. I got more patients, right?
The helicopter might have just land through the patient. You're gonna take off because they might be shooting at you, so you gotta take off. So
that might be the turnover that you get. So that's what I'm saying is like the most important thing that I like. If I don't write anything else, is like what medications did they take, right? Boom, boom, boom. So I have that for reference. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my assessment. All right, there's a chest seal. All right, there's a tourniquet. I'm gonna reassess those things, and I'm gonna keep going and see if I discover anything else. Like those would be the things for me that I noticed in this area.
Just preparation. If you knew what the medicine, what kind of injury you had, you and your teammate could have a game plan. You would have your med bags on, you would have laid out, be ready to like do whatever you need to do. Know you're not like before it. But that's where you most likely you're gonna report what you're gonna get. That way you can hey, you got this patient, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and this. I'm gonna play it out. But yeah, take your bags off. Keep on doing this over and over because you get used to the stress. Like you're pretty stressed out with it, all the gear on, and it's different.
Yeah.
Try to listen to the, get a blood pressure, you can't listen. So get a pulse, you have to stop.
Read Freddie pulse. Yeah. What's your cap refill? You might be able to use the cuff and see the bounce, right? And then find your systolic and your diastolic that way, but you're never going to be able to hear it. Right? So if you have a monitor that can do non-invasive, that's going to be your best bet. With stethoscope, so you just never be able to hear it over the noise.
And if it's dark, you're not going to be able to hear it either. So you got a lot of feel and touch.
So we during that situation, always we will take only the pulse.
Yes.
That might be all you get. Right? So you can try to get a manual blood pressure just by watching the systolic diastolic bounces on there, but it might be pretty hard. If you don't have any monitoring equipment, it's like, hey, I got a tachycardic, Freddie pulse, their cap refill is 4 seconds. I know they're probably hypotensive and they probably need some intervention, right? Or they were like that. I rechecked the pulse after I did the intervention here. Their heart rate is slowed down, their cap refill is good, their mental status is improving. I might not have a blood pressure number, but I can do other things to determine, like, are they perfusing well, right? Brain, skin, disclosure.
So the scenario can be different. So we take the patient to the shock trauma, we get this patient stable. Now I'm going to take them from the shock trauma to the ship or to a bigger hospital. I'm going to have a monitor on the patient. I have a non-invasive, might bring the boots or might bring my full pack. So I'll be able to get all the vitals. But until then, like a quick mission to pick up the patient to get them through shock trauma, you might not have anything. Have your med bag, that's what you have. So we usually have your med bag, just learn the tricks.
Any other big questions from the group? I think we're almost at time.
They need to we need to go to the
Okay.